The views expressed on our programs are not necessarily those of WVON, Midway Broadcasting Corporation, or our participating sponsors.
The following is paid programming. The views are not necessarily those of this station. We are the talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
All right, brothers and sisters, we are heading into 2025 on WVON 1690, the talk of Chicago. You're listening to Straight Words. Brother Naba'a Muhammad, editor-in-chief of the Final Call newspaper. Brother James G. Muhammad, contributing editor to the Final Call newspaper. I'm Brother BJ. Welcome to hour number 3 of Straight Words on WVON 1690, the talk of Chicago. Go to our website. It is straightwords.com, straightwords.com. There you will find ways to donate and support our program, straightwords.com. Also, the text line is open. The text line, you can text Brother Naba'a right now. You can answer your text at 312-480-9775. Communicate with them on the text line, 312-480-9775. All right, Brother Naba'a, Brother James G. We got our big brother, Brother Brian E. Muhammad is on the line. So y'all ready to get into this hour?
Yes, sir.
All right. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Brian.
Yes, wa alaikum salam.
Hey, assalamu alaikum, Brother Brian. Give me 1 minute, real quick. I wanted to mention a couple things. One, when we were talking about stories of the year, there's a very important one, brothers and sisters, that I wanted to bring up. And this is the case of Imam Jamil Al Amin, formerly known as H. Rap Brown. He has been in prison now almost for 25 years for a crime that his family and supporters say he didn't commit, and that somebody else has admitted to committing. But at this point, Imam Jamil, again, this is a brother who was a former member of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee of SNCC and Black Panther Party as well. A man targeted by COINTELPRO and J. Edgar Hoover. They finally, after many years of trying to get him, they finally got him in the year 2000. And you can go to straightwords.com and really read this story and hopefully share it. But the Imam's life is now at stake. He's got a massive growth on the side of his face where he can't eat solid food. It's difficult for him to see out of that side of his face. And this man is 81 years old. He's been in prison almost 25 years. All the authorities have to do is to transfer him to a prison in Butner, North Carolina, which has a hospital. So even though he was convicted in Georgia court, right, state crime, murder, that, again, his followers say he did not commit. And there's evidence that says he didn't commit it. But when he was convicted in about 2000, believe it or not, the state of Georgia shipped him from Georgia to Colorado to a supermax prison. Why was that necessary? Held him there for many years, eventually away from family and all of that. Eventually, family and supporters were able to push to get him transferred to a prison in Tucson, which is where he is now. According to his son, who was also an attorney, and his attorney for his father, they have refused to give Imam Jamil Al Amin, formerly known as H. Rap Brown, the treatment that he needs. This is what his son said. His son's name is Kairi Al Amin. He's also an attorney. This is what he said. This is Kairi Al Amin speaking. As far as my father's health goes, it is deteriorating relatively rapidly. We're dealing with a situation now where we're in real time watching the system murder my father. You can read more about that at finalcall.com. And since we're in the final hour, and we'll be, by Allah's grace, we hope to make it into the new year safely, I wanted to share something from Minister Farrakhan that I think is so important, and it really gives us a yardstick and a measurement for how to approach the new year, which the minister said, should be brought in with deep reflection and prayer. We shouldn't be involved in the frivolous things. So hopefully all of you are safe in your homes. Praise be to Allah. But in 2012, the end of 2012 going into 2013, the minister did an interview with me as editor-in-chief, Brother Shah Muhammad, who was our assistant editor at the time. Excuse me. And Sister Starla, who was the staff writer at the time. This is what the minister said. And even though he said it before, it is instructive for us today. This is the minister speaking, because I said to him, Happy New Year. And he corrected me, because he said that is the tradition of this year, of this world. But then he said, this is the minister speaking. Let me say, I pray that the new year will be happy. But the expression Happy New Year is a tradition of this world. And the tradition of this world is to raise as much hell as you can as an old world goes out, make resolutions that you don't intend to fulfill or won't fulfill, and engage in raucous behavior. We as Muslims should not participate in such. The new year may be happy, but it may not be happy. So we should wish for everyone God's peace in the new year, whether there are misfortunes that we might face, which won't make it happy. But if God's peace is with us, then no matter what trial or circumstance comes up in the new year, that resolve with God will help us get through. So you can go to finalcall.com and you can search for that article, and we've got a transcript from that great interview. So those two things. Straightwords.com for the article about Imam Jamil Al Amin. Finalcall.com for this message that the minister delivered some years ago, but it is still very timely today. With that, Brother Brian, let's get it on. How are you, sir? Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, and God's peace to you all and your families. And I'm honored to be back on with you, Brother Naba and Brother James, and our great brother BJ. Assalamu alaikum.
My brother, thank you. Thank you again for making yourself available. I've already taken up a few of your minutes, so I want to get right into it.
Right.
2024. What are some of your thoughts?
Well, right before we get into that, if you don't mind, you was talking about Imam Jamil Al Amin, and I thought that it may be fitting also to announce the fact that Imam Bilal Sunni Ali, who was the mayor of the Imam Jamil Action Network, which is an organization that, has been, fighting for justice for the Imam for many years now. He passed away, and his janazah will be Thursday. I don't know the city, but I just want to announce that for those out there who know of the activist work around freeing as well as giving justice to Imam Jamil Al Amin. So I thought that was fitting time to mention that.
Well, thank you very much, brother, for that. And we pray Allah for his family, for those who know him, for those who were touched by his life. And we pray that Allah will reward him and his family for his work on behalf of Imam Jamil Al Amin. I don't want to get too far into this
Right.
We're going to try to have somebody, because I'll take up all your time. We're going to try to have somebody from the Imam's family or the movement that's supporting him come on the radio, come on the show, because I think this is a major story, brothers and sisters. And like I said, go to Straight Words and read the piece. But look, and I'm going to do about 30 seconds. See, we can romanticize what it meant to be a freedom fighter, what it meant to be a Black Panther, what it meant with the berets and the leather jackets and the rifles and, you know, all of these things that gave us such powerful images of Black strength and militancy. But everybody involved in those movements, brothers and sisters, suffered and paid a price. And when you go to finalcall.com, when you go to straightwords.com, you will get some idea. His attorney said that there were about 90,000 pages of COINTELPRO files just dealing with Imam Jamil Al Amin, who was known as H. Brown. She thought it was about 44,000 pages. Now it's about 90,000. So that tells you something. And we're going to come back to that.